Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. This is another video introduced to students of secondary school. So I am going to explain what is gerund, how we use it, and when. So first of all, I am going to talk in this part about gerund. Another part, which is the second part, I'm going to talk about the infinitive form. So the first part, as we said, is the gerund. So the gerund, what is gerund? This is the first question. Gerund is a form of a verb which acts as a noun. This is how it is defined in grammar. In English, we sometimes use one verb after another verb. Often the second verb is in the infinitive form. For example, I want to eat. So the verb to eat is conjugated in the infinitive form. But sometimes the second verb must be in the gerund form, which means that the second verb must be conjugated in the gerund form, and the gerund form means verb plus ing, as we have here. So for example, I dislike eating sardines. So the gerund is the verb, gerund is a verb plus ing. It's a form. Now, the gerund must be used after certain verbs, adjectives with prepositions, and verbs with prepositions. And I'm going to explain each point alone. So the first point is that we said the gerund must be used after certain verbs. So this is the list of the verbs that followed by the gerund. Now we have admit, adore, allow, appreciate, avoid, ban, can't help, can't stand, carry on, complete, differ, delay, deny, detest, dread, dislike, endure, enjoy, escape, excuse, face, fancy, feel like, finish, forbid, forgive, give up, go, as in go swimming, imagine, involve, keep, leave off, love, mention, mind, miss, permit, postpone, practice, prefer, put off, recommend, reject, regret, report, resist, resume, resent, risk, suggest, spend, stop, tolerate, and resent, waste, time, money. So when we have this one of these verbs, we must use the gerund form in the second verb, and I am going to give you some examples. Here are some examples. For example, students dislike reading poems. So this is the gerund form, and we have the verb dislike, which is a verb that is here in the list of the verbs that we said, the verbs followed by the gerund. When we have dislike, we must use the gerund form, or we must conjugate the second verb in the gerund form, which is as we have here, reading poems. Students dislike reading poems. They finished working on their project. They finished, this is another verb, and this is working. Working is the gerund form of the verb work. Salma kept reading. Salma kept reading her notes. Keep, also we have it here. And when we have one of these verbs, as we said, we must use the second verb in the gerund form, as we have here. Salma kept reading her notes. The second point is that the gerund must be used after certain adjectives. The gerund must be used after certain adjectives with prepositions. let's see the list. Adjectives with prepositions followed by the gerund. We have accustomed to, afraid of, angry about or angry at, ashamed of, bad at, bored with, capable of, clever at, crazy about, curious about, disappointed about, enthusiastic about, experienced in, and so on. This is the list of the verbs, and when we have one, the verbs, excuse me, adjectives, when we have one of these adjectives with prepositions in a sentence, we must use the gerund form or conjugate the second verb in the gerund form. دائما ملي كيكون عندنا واحد من هاد لي زادجيكتيف ولا من الفيربز اللي شفنا في الليست الاولى ديما كنصرفوا لو فيرب الثاني في الجيرند فورم. وشنو كنقصدوا بالجيرند فورم؟ كنقصدوا بها لو فيرب بلاس اي ان جي، هادي جيرند فورم. يعني ملي يكون عندنا الادجيكتيف مع البروبوزيشن بحال كيما عندنا في هاد الليست، هاد الليست هادي حطيت فيها كاع يعني الكومن يعني the common adjectives with prepositions، يعني لي زادجيكتيف اللي شائعه بزاف كتستعمل بزاف واللي ضروري غتستعمل من موراها يعني لو فيرب الثاني خصو يكون في gerund form. غادي نشوفوا these examples اخرين. We have here other examples. I try to make the lesson very easy and the rules very understood. I hope that the lesson is clear and well organized. So here we have some examples. I am interested in reading English. We have here interested in. This is an adjective with the preposition in, and this is the second verb, the verb read, and we conjugate the verb read in the gerund form. I am interested in reading English novels. Or the second example here, Jamal is afraid of going by plane. We are tired of watching TV. This is the three examples. And another point, the third point, which is the last point, is that the gerund must be also used after verbs with prepositions. We have also verbs with prepositions as well as adjectives with prepositions. So verbs with prepositions followed by the gerund are here in this list. Accuse of, admit to, adjust to, agree with, apologize for, approve of, argue about, ask for, begin with, believe in, be used to, blame for, care for, and so on till we have here suspect of, take part in, talk about, think for, think of, use for, warn against, worry about. Also we have here verbs, as we said, verbs with prepositions. When we have one of these verbs in a sentence, we must use. Please underline this word must. We must use or conjugate the second verb after one of the verbs that are with prepositions, as we have in this list. We must conjugate the second verb in gerund form, and we said that the gerund form is verb plus ing. ديما عاوتاني يكون عندنا واحد من هاد لي فيرب اللي معاهم دي بروبوزيسيون، دي prepositions بحال of, to, in، هادو كيتسماو prepositions. For, about، هادو prepositions، ولا on، هادو كاملين prepositions. يعني مع لو فيرب accuse, admit, ask، يعني هما جمعتهم كاملين هنا the common عاوتاني. يعني كاع لي فيرب الشائعة اللي مع prepositions ملي ديما يكونوا عندنا في واحد الجملة معينة كما عندنا في هاد لي زيكزامبل لتحت، ملي كيكونوا عندنا في الجملة ضروري لو فيرب الثاني، يعني لو فيرب اللي تابعهم اللي جاي من موراهم ضروري غادي خصنا نصرفوه في الجيرند فورم. ملي كنقولوا خصنا نصرفوه في الجيرند فورم يعني خصنا نديروا هذاك لو فيرب اللي عندنا من مور واحد من هاد لي فيرب اللي مع البريبوزيشنز في هاد ليست، كنصرفوه كنزيدو ليه ing تو سامبلومون كنزيدو ليه ing ديما هادو الا حفظتوهم ولا حاولتوا تعقلوا عليهم تستعملوا دي كارد ولا سميتو باش تعقلوا عليهم مزيان تيفيق بلا ما تجلس تفكر واش غنستعمل ing واش غنستعمل gerund ولا infinitive ولا سميتو. مازال نهضر في البارت الثانيه ان شاء الله تعالى على الانفينيتيف. هذه البارت الاولى. الا عجبكم الكور بغيتو عاوتاني الانفينيتيف ولا بانت لكم شي كور اخر ما فاهمينوش مزيان مرحبا معكم غير تكومونطيو وان شاء الله تعالى غنوجدو لكم. كنتمنى يكون فاتكم الشرح. As we said here, we have some examples. We have the boy. The boy apologizes. I forget the S here. Apologizes for making much noise. Making is conjugated in the gerund form, and apologize for is a verb with preposition, as we have here in the list. So the second example is the children insist on playing. Playing is conjugated in the gerund form because we have insist on. The children insist on playing football. I am looking forward to meeting you. يعني أنا أتطلع إلى لقائك. I am looking forward to meeting you. Looking for is another looking forward to is another verb with preposition, and we have here the verb meet, and we conjugate the verb meet or we add ing to the verb meet to make it in the gerund form. And remember that after certain expressions like can't stand, can't resist, feel like, look forward to, as we have in the lists, either verbs or adjectives with prepositions or verbs with prepositions. Remember that after certain expressions like those we have here, like those, the gerund must be used, which means the second verb must be used in the gerund form. Examples: I can't stand, here the expression, and here drinking, the verb drink, we add ing to the verb drink to make it in the gerund form. I can't stand drinking the hot milk. He was used to climbing the mountain in his childhood. This is just some examples, and I hope that the lesson is very clear and well explained. This is the end, and thanks for watching.